Okay, here I'll just show at creating and editing a shapefile. And then the next task after this will be extracting the data from the rasters using the shapefile. So we want to go to our working folder, which is probably now going to be in projects rather than data, because this is something that's very specific to this project. So we got urban heat. Uh,
Maybe in cities?
yeah, let's just create it in the root of cities,
Mm-hmm.
because this is going to cross over all cities. So I'll do new shapefile. The name is going to be um, urban heat reference stations. Geometry type is point.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to do this stuff. And coordinate system, probably since it's going to cross over a few different coordinate systems, it's not going to be a problem. I don't know. I'm just making. Don't worry about this. I'm I'm just assigning a generic.
Yeah. And you are setting up for all of the project. I mean, it's not for all of the points that I will
Yeah,
add to that.
yeah. Okay, so I ran that, and now it added this point file
Mm-hmm.
to the table of contents. And I can right click and look at the attribute table and see that there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
And so um, for now, let's just set up the attribute table with, how about city and text and length of 30. So this is just making the shell in which to put the data. And I'll save that. We'll add another field. This one will be station ID,
Mm-hmm.
I think, which will also have to be text. And probably 20 is fine. Save that. Uh, that's probably it. I don't think we need to know anything else right now. We'll add the data fields later.
Okay. Yes.
All right, so now you can see we have those columns added. And so now I would just look at the map
Mm-hmm.
for whatever city. So what is this? This is Baltimore.
This one? I don't think so.
Yeah,
It's Baltimore?
yeah,
Okay, Baltimore.
Baltimore. Zoom to the layer. So I'd probably turn everything off so I
Mm.
can see the streets. Actually, let me change the base map to just streets. And so then I'd want to just match up where it is. So you probably, you'll want to be looking at the Wonderground, the actual dynamic map,
Yeah.
so you can zoom in and out. I happen to know, I can tell where this is. So this is the inner harbor right here. It matches up with this,
Mm-hmm.
and so the stations are. That's one of them.
Yeah.
So it's where that highway branches. You got the park there, M&T Bank Stadium there. And so it looks like the station is right here. See what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I would just, okay, I shouldn't have done that. First I need to start editing the shapefile. I can just click on it just once. Click on it, and then once you click on a shapefile, you're given the opportunity to edit and create new features. Click on the fact that you want to create new features in this shapefile, and then the default is going to be create a point feature. And now I have this different cursor that shows the little point, and I'll go and I'll add it.
It's here, actually.
Here?
Yeah.
There. And so once I add it, I'll say that this is Baltimore, and I'll say that the station ID is KMD Balti 43. So then, yeah, then we find the next one. Do the same thing.
Yeah, gotcha.
It might be nice to have the, I'll turn on the labels here. So the label with station ID, just so you can see better. This is, once I save this, you won't have to do any of this over again. Okay, and then periodically you want back in the edit menu here, you'll want to save your edits. So this is where now you are editing the data, right? Not just the project. Okay. So there's two separate savings. You have to save the edits to the data, and then you also save the project itself.
Okay.
Well, they're not necessarily connected to one another.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I think, it'll take a little figuring out to find where. Okay, you might be able to find the general area of the station with the latitude and longitude from the station, which I've copied from right here. And go to XY. So you've got a longitude and a latitude now. So I'm just going to copy the whole thing in there. Oh, it's not going to let me. Okay, so it needs you to do it individually. So I want the longitude first. I'll just grab the numbers for longitude. Paste those in. Latitude, just the numbers. Paste those in. And we can flash the location. Okay, so it's saying it's right there. So it's wrong.
Oh.
But that's fine. It's not wrong. It's just that this is not precise enough.
Yeah, but why?
Why? Probably because nobody cares. Because if they wanted to make this super precise, they would need to add more decimals to the end there.
Okay.
So the point, I think it's still useful because it gets us quite close, and then you can do your visual look. So I think it'll make your life easier.
No, I just wanted to know, is there any concern about our project in terms of if there is some kind of key cannot be there?
No.
That's fine.
So I'll try it. So if I don't know where, I just go anywhere in Baltimore. I'm like, okay, I don't know where I'm going. I'll flash. Oh, that doesn't. How about this? Pan to location. Okay, so the pan actually takes you to the place, and then I could flash it. And be like, okay, now I should zoom in there, and now I should start visually comparing.
Okay.